All right, as we continue on, just a couple more thoughts on car insurance. And your book talks about this on page 193. And you may stay on your parents' policy until you get out of college and whatever, because then there's multiple cars involved. So, however that works out, and everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different. But once again, keep up to date on your car insurance, and it doesn't. It's not bad every year to just check around, and you may get a discount uh, after you've been with the company. And I'll tell you, sometimes they don't automatically give you the discount, so you want to ask for that, and if you qualify for any. All right, so just keep that in mind when it comes on car insurance. Now, as we get into homeowners and renters insurance. Probably at your age, you're not thinking about buying a house, but when you do get a house one day, you'll always want to get a guaranteed replacement cost instead of extended place. Hey, let's just say you have a $200,000 house, and then 10 years later it's worth 300,000, but you're only insured for 200,000, and it burns down. Well, you won't even get enough money from the insurance company to replace it. So you always want to make sure you've got enough insurance on your house to recover or to pay for what it would cost to replace it, as well as what's inside the house. So keep all of that in mind. I mean, you can see behind me, I've got some books. This isn't. This is just a few of my books. I have several thousand. So I want to make sure I've got, 50,000, 80,000, 100,000 to replace my library. So, I mean, you just got to think of what you own. Some people have a lot of jewelry. Some people got really fancy tech equipment or whatever. So, just be aware of that when you're having homeowners. Now, let's move on to renters insurance. If you're in an apartment and you go to college and you're in or whatever, you gotta cover what's in there. Now, renters insurance is dirt cheap. So, I mean, we're talking $20 a month or less. So it's not much. So you know, make sure you have that renter's insurance. I mean, just as an aside note, when my wife and I got married, we were on our honeymoon, and we came back. We'd been robbed. Well, I had insurance. That was so nice. Uh, okay, so I lost my TV. I lost my stereo. I mean, but insurance paid it all. All right. Said go get the TV you want. Go whatever. So anyway, you want renter's insurance, and it's got to cover the contents. All right. And then of course you'll want to have umbrella. So I keep, you just get $1 million. I mean I do, and you may not need one now, but later on when you get some assets. So I carry like a $1 million umbrella policy. That's all. I mean, they're cheap. They're like a few bucks a year. They're not much. So it's helpful to carry that. Look, we live in a very litigious society. People love to sue, all right, and take you to court. If they think they can get some money, that's what they want to do, all right? And so that's just additional to everything else. You get in a car accident or somebody's over at your house, they fall down, break their arm, they sue you. You'd be surprised. Okay, so once again, some people are out. I've actually knew of people that went into a grocery store and threw a banana on the floor and slipped on it, hoping to hurt themselves so they could sue. I know that may not be that common, but I am telling you, you'd be surprised. All right. On health insurance, most of you will probably get a job and you'll be covered at work. But, health insurance keeps going up. I mean, it just goes up, up, up every single year. And right now, you're probably on your parents' plan. And when you're even up to the age 24, when you're in college. But by the time you hit 25, you have to go on your own. And I know a lot of people, I know a lot of single people that don't carry insurance. They're 25, 26 years old. But you need health insurance because you don't know when something's going to come up. And without health insurance, you could, even at age 26, you could lose a lot of what you've already tried to accumulate. So we want to have good health insurance. Now, once again, we start off on health insurance on page 195. We want to increase the deductible. All right. in your notes there. And we want to increase the stop loss and never decrease your maximum pay. So if the stop loss is your maximum out-of-pocket expenses, so if you max out of pocket $10,000, then that means you'll never pay more than $10,000, and the insurance will pay the rest no matter what. So you want to put in that have that stop loss to where you know that that's the most you could ever pay or get hit for. All right, all right, and there's people that keep their max, pretty high, and some keep it lower. All right. And then you might want to check into an HSA, a health savings account. It may make sense for your situation. And a lot of places allow you to do that, where you can save money, put it into a health savings account, and you get some taxable benefits and all that. And then you can use that money to pay for medical expenses during the course of the year. All right. And it's tax sheltered. Really, it's a savings account, and you don't pay taxes on that money. In other words, if you earn 10,000, put 2,000 in your HSA, you don't pay taxes on that 2,000. All right. So it's sheltered. So that's kind of a nice benefit. All right. And it also works with a high deductible insurance policy. All right, so I'll come back in the next video and explain that a little bit more. Okay.